We're here at Irvine, California, watching the last few holes of a golf classic, the World Frisbee Disc Golf Championship. After 36 preliminary holes, the finalists are in intense competition for $30,000 in prize money. Disc golf is a new sports phenomenon that's growing rapidly across the country. It's been welcomed by park and recreation departments as an efficient means of land utilization without a major capital investment. Here at the University of California at Irvine, a beautiful 18-hole course has been laid out utilizing the existing hazards of trees, bushes, and buildings to create an exciting and challenging course. We catch up with our golfers at hole number 3. This hole was designed to use the building and opposite bank as psychological hazards and is a good example of land use. Now, we see Scott Zimmerman, 1979 World Frisbee Disc Champion, teeing off. A beautiful throw right down the fairway and onto the green. Ken Westerfield sidearms a great throw. At hole 6, Scott Zimmerman tees off. Here comes Scott's drive. It's crossed the ravine and slides through the trees, out of bounds. Scott's not too pleased. Conger throws a beautiful high-arcing flight that lands in perfect position for an under-par score. Zimmerman with an upside-down throw, hoping to hold short of the pin. High and too short. Can't win them all. And the hole goes to Westerfield, who takes it with a long putt. So we move now to number 7 hole, out of the final 9. Snapper Pearson has a 2-stroke lead. Pearson tees off. A nice high banking flight that slides to the left and onto the green. Zimmerman throws and pulls too far to the left. Out of bounds. Scott, angling for the green, makes a nice shot. But Snapper Pearson sinks his putt and increases his lead to 3 over Scott. And we come to the 9th and final hole of this World Frisbee Disc Golf Classic. This is a 275-foot hole with a very narrow upper area. Scott makes a great lofting throw through the window in the trees. Snapper makes a powerful drive to the left and around the trees. We can see that again from the front. It's a tense time. Snapper's ahead, but by only 2 points. Scott putts in for a fantastic 2 under par. Snapper putts. He misses. He has one more shot. And makes it. That was a close one for Snapper Pearson, 1979 World Frisbee Disc Golf Champion. It's a great game, great for young and old, fun for families and singles. It can be fierce competition or just a Sunday's outing. It requires little maintenance and little player investment. Disc golf played with a Frisbee flying disc is the newest and best game for efficient land use in our parks and on our school grounds. Wherever there's some space, a few trees, and people looking for a pleasant, wholesome outdoor activity, it's fun. Fun for all.
This is Lynn Shackelford, the World Frisbee Championships at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. With me is Dan Roddick, a former champion, now the director of the International Frisbee Association. Dan, exactly what makes a Frisbee stay in the air?
Well, basically, what we have is a rotating wing. A Frisbee that's not spinning won't fly. It will drop. As it spins, it flies.
Today we're going to see players throwing them in all different kinds of ways. What are some of the different kind of grips that you would use in throwing a Frisbee?
Well, that's one of the exciting things about Frisbee, that with a ball, you're rather limited in the ways you can deliver it. With a Frisbee, you can go with a thumber grip, you can go with a backhand grip, you can go with a sidearm grip, all the different deliveries. You can go with the backhand goes across the body as in a tennis stroke. The sidearm is a flick going out, overhand wrist flip coming over the top. That's one of the advantages, that there are almost an infinite number of ways to deliver it.
Okay, Dan, we talked about what a Frisbee is, what you can do, and how you can throw it. Now let's see these players put them together out there on the field and see what they can do with it.
All right. Here's a maximum time aloft throw.
Well, what would be considered a good time in this event?
10 seconds, something like that. The world record's 15 seconds. There's a good one-handed catch.
There's participants today here at the Rose Bowl from several different countries.
Yes, we have the Japanese, the Swedes, the English, the Canadian champions, and also, of course, the people from the United States. There's a throw, run, and catch attempt.
All right, check that out.
Pretty good one. Some of the good ones are over 200 feet, Lynn.
And of course, for it to count, it must be caught with one hand.
Right. There's Monica Liu in the women's distance. She's taken that event, I think this will be the third time. Great throw. There's a side arm throw from Victor Malafronte. That's one of the great sidearms.
This would be an example of how you get your lower body into it, as well as a good wrist snap, I suppose.
Right. There's a lot of body turn in it. That's a backhand from the distance winner, Joe Youngman. Two basic approaches to the distance throw.
And here, with the use of a good lower body, good wrist snap, and the wind, he throws it over 300 feet.
Yeah, that looks like it's well over 300. Quite a throw.
And quite a crowd here today at the Rose Bowl, over 50,000. The bowl was over half full.
The accuracy event, Lynn, 7 sights, 4 throws from each sight. Takes curves and straight shots. A long strike from John Kirkland, and he wins it.
I suppose the closest thing to violence in Frisbee competition would be the guts competition.
I guess that's true. It is a violent game. It's a very heavily ceremonial game. That is, you will see the thrower psyching out the opposing catchers. It's traveling at 90 miles an hour or better. On the catching end, the velocity is just incredible. It takes lightning reactions.
And the rules are that you can only catch it with one hand, right?
One hand clean. No traps, no 2 hands.
But you
One hand.
can tip it to a teammate.
Yes, you can. We've got the library bar versus the World All-Star team.
Okay, let's see who has the most guts.
throw from the library, and the All-Stars take it.
I just can't imagine standing still when that Frisbee's coming right at you.
That's why they call it guts.
Frisbee golf?
That's right. It's a 180-degree dog leg.
Well, it looks like it's tough enough just coming right out of that tunnel.
It is.
Staying in the fairway.
It is, and the placement on this shot is very important. Oh, that just nicked the tree. There's the hole, but you have to go around the tree and then back to the hole.
So he's going to have to curve the Frisbee with this throw.
You're going to use a roller. That'll pull it in really tightly for him. That's a nice shot, really nice. Peter's got about the same situation. Uses a sidearm curve.
Oh, he hits a tree.
That's cutting it very closely.
They're both flying too, and they both have straight approach shots, but they're long ones.
Good shot here.
Nice! Get it off! There it is!
Off the sidewalk, puts him right in really close.
Nice shot!
It's tough for Mark to get inside of that shot.
Here it comes.
Nice shot. Big curve. Very reliable shot.
So they can hole out from there and each get the par fours.
That drop in will give Mark Horn the world golf title over Peter Blur. Good round.
While Frisbee is essentially an individual sport, we now have evolved into a team sport of a game called Ultimate. 7 players on each side, and I suppose that they are the skills of football, soccer, lacrosse, and basketball all involved.
It is a combination. At a certain point, it stands by itself in that it is like no other game, really.
Our game today is going to be pitting Santa Barbara against Penn State, 2 of the best teams around.
Yes, they are. They've both won their national championship on either side of the country. It's the first time we've had a real national championship, an opportunity to get the best teams from each coast together. I think we're going to see a fantastic game here, mainly because they represent different styles of play. They've never met before. I look for real battle.
All right, here we go. Penn State's in the dark jerseys. Santa Barbara's in the gold. And Dan, once you have the Frisbee, you can outrun with it, right?
That's right, except for bringing it up to the out-of-bounds lines.
There's a turnover. Santa Barbara takes possession.
That's right. They go on offense immediately, and Penn State has to go immediately on defense.
Downfield. That's pass. Santa Barbara still in possession. Right ahead of his man.
Boy, those turnovers will kill you in close to your goal like that.
Penn State on the attack, trying to use short, crisp passes now. He's got it. That's a goal for Penn State.
I think we'll see a little different offensive flow from Santa Barbara here.
By Santa Barbara before the Penn State defense is set. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
That's really effective. It's difficult to stop.
A little bit of a loose defense now by Penn State. A lot of people open.
Perfect lead. Perfect shot.
Oh, there's the long bomb. Oh, I've been waiting for that.
You'll see some of that. It keeps the defense very loose. Have to defend against the long one.
Santa Barbara on the attack now.
Penn State defense is stiffening here. Oh, was on his hands.
Penn State takes control.
Great effort.
Oh, I thought he'd overthrown it.
That won't be enough for Penn State, though, and Santa Barbara takes the national title.
Dan Roddick, in watching freestyle and being around the players, I get the impression that that's the event that they really enjoy.
Well, I think it comes from two things. One, it's the end that most people get into the sport initially through. They go to the beach, they start to play back and forth. Pretty soon they're doing a couple of trick catches. The other thing is that it is the most open-ended of everything we have. That total creativity, that's the amazing thing about freestyle Frisbee. And there's so many, it's just an infinite number of possibilities.
Okay, it's creativity, and then I suppose it's how well you pull off the degree of difficulty of the thing that you're trying to do, whether it's throwing or catching.
That's what makes the champion. As you'll see in the finals that we have here today, it's a matter of execution, a matter of difficulty, a matter of variety, and that's what the pairs are judged upon. This is the open final, Lynn. We have the best teams in the world. We should see some hot moves.
Dan, 50,000 people are on their feet. They love these guys.
The Velasquez brothers, it's amazing the way they turn on for the crowd.
Dan, it seems like wherever you are and you see a Frisbee at the park or at the beach, you always see a dog chasing it, and it's evolved now into a competition where we have the World Canine Catch and Fetch Championship.
That's right. This year is the first opportunity that dog owners have had to really show off the skills of their Frisbee catching dog in a national format. It's the kind of thing that you discover these dynamite dogs off in some little back place. 500 cities have fed into this contest. We have them coming up to challenge Ashley Whippet, the world champion for a number of years in canine Frisbee. I think he's going to meet some dogs today that could shake him up a little bit.
Ashley Whippet grabs the title in the Catch and Fetch Championship.
He is really something special, Lynn. A real crowd pleaser.
They love him here at the Rose Bowl.
Monica Liu has taken her second World Women's Frisbee Championship, and John Kirkland, the overall world title. there it is, Lynn, the 1977 World Frisbee Championships.
I've seen some great action and some extraordinary athletes as well. And I look forward to a lot more Frisbee competition in the future.
Lynn, we were happy to have you with us, and we all look forward to more Frisbee action.